another Monday live video. Oh, I am exhausted today. Yeah, I don't know. I went on like a cleaning rampage yesterday, so I had like all the energy in the world and then just down and out today. So, yeah. But I'm really excited for this video. I feel it's just so important to talk about this at this time. I will inform you, those of you who are really interested in AI and the future of AI, and also, the fears and the worries of AI. I do have another video that I did not too long ago, like within the past month, and it's called The Dangers of AI. And if you can't find it on my YouTube, it's going to be on my membership platform, which is just under my website, elizabethapril.com. I've got tons of videos on that platform actually. So if you're looking for really any topic under the sun and you're interested in to see my perspective on it or my channelings on it, definitely check out that membership site. And we've got tons of videos for free as well. We actually have more videos available for free on the membership than we do on YouTube. So keep that in mind. Today, we are following up the AI topic with something, it's like a different twist to this. And today, I really want to cover the nature of reality and simulation theory. And it's just such an important topic to even ponder. I hope that I don't, make any of you lose any sleep tonight about this topic. But these are the things that I lose sleep over is essentially the nature of reality and how AI comes into play with the nature of our reality and actually changes our reality as we know it indefinitely. And what the hell do we do with the change to the nature of our reality? So it is such a prominent question these days because what is real? Like, what is actually real anymore? So, I'm talking about Jasper AI, ChatGPT. We're talking about the AI art that's been produced, and now there's a voiceover AI app where if you want to sound like Putin or Simon Cowell or Donald Trump, you can. Which brings in this whole other question of what is real and what is reality going to feel like and look like in the future. So, lots of really cool, nerdy things to get into today to ponder and unpack and explore about the future. I guess before we just get right into it, a couple of announcements as per usual. This month, the month of February 2023, I am covering topics on the membership. So every single month, I cover brand new topics on the membership platform, and there are new videos that get released every month. So I don't talk about it enough. I'm going to start talking about it a lot more because these topics are epic and no one knows about them. So this month was all about karma, slash is all about karma. And I talk about imprinting karma. I talk about karma in the fifth dimension. I even have a meditation that was released this month on the 11th that was all about uploading and downloading information from the fifth dimension frequency. So if you're interested in karma and karmic imprinting or past life imprinting and you want to know more about this, then go over to elizabethapril.com and check it out. It should be all on the main page, but if you're watching this video afterwards, you literally just go into the video search option and you just type in karma and all of the karma videos will pop up there. Of course, I just want to mention we had the Galactic Federation meeting this month in February. It was epic. We talked about a lot of other things like overpopulation. We talked about the future of a one world digital currency and got the perspective from the Galactic Federation on all of that stuff and so much more. So it was really fascinating. And if you're interested, check out the Galactic Federation recording / episode for 2023. And as always, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, a like, share this video on your own platforms, on Reddit, on Twitter, on whatever you enjoy. TikTok, just freaking edit this video and TikTok it out. That'd be great. Awesome, so I don't have to do it. And be sure to subscribe if this is your first time to the channel. That would be so very much appreciated. So here are my biggest questions concerning AI in relation to simulation theory and the nature of reality. And I guess before I get to those questions, I want to mention a bit of an astrology thing that's happening. I'm definitely not an astrologer, and this is totally secondhand knowledge from a really good friend of mine, Asha, who is an astrologer, and she's great at it. So essentially, come March of 2023, which is what, like a week away, we are moving into this age of Aquarius. I think, I always just think of the song, The Age of Aquarius. And I guess we go through these 20 or 25 year cycles. Don't quote me on that. But going through all of the signs, it takes like 250 years to go back to the original sign, if that makes sense. Aquarius is all about technological development. The last time we were in the age of Aquarius, I think, was like 1777, which is cool. That's why that year stuck out. So we're back into the age of Aquarius. We're about to go into this 20-year cycle, which once again is all about technological development. And here we have the rise, the crazy rise of AI technology and this huge boom that's happening online. Not to mention actual robots. And like I said, if you want to know about the dangers and some other perspectives on that, check out the Dangers of AI video, because we're not going to touch upon that stuff today. Like, we're not touching upon AI and sentience, we're touching upon AI and simulation theory. And then there's another thing that's happening, and I don't really know how to describe this, but I guess Aquarius is going to be in the house or the planetary alignment of Pluto. And apparently Pluto is all about revealing the darkness. I don't know much about Pluto, but apparently it's all about like kind of revealing things. So we have the age of Aquarius, we have technological development, and then we have this huge kind of reveal that's happening with technology. So I just wanted to mention that come March 2023, right around the corner, we are actually moving into this energetic area, which is why it's so important to start talking more about technological development and how that is affecting the nature of our reality and also these generations that we're going to be raising in this technology era. Okay, so here are my big questions regarding this topic. The first question is, what is the nature of reality and how is AI changing that? My second big question is, what does the future of humanity look like with AI development? And my last big question, or I guess two last questions, are we creating the simulation with AI, or are we enhancing the simulation that we already have? So lots of questions there. I'm not even going to touch upon simulation theory. I have multiple videos on simulation theory. If you want to deep dive into that a little bit more, like I said, they're probably not on YouTube anymore. Go over to my website to search that out. So first of all, if we're going to be talking about the nature of reality, what the hell is it? What is reality? And I Googled this. This is a Wikipedia definition. So as always, take it or leave it. But I just wanted to know, like, what does humanity define reality as? And it's really vague, but I had to include it here. The sum of all that is real or existent within a system. That is the technical definition of reality, and I'll repeat it. The sum of all that is real or existent within a system. Like, okay, cool. Next question is, what the hell is real? What does that mean? What is considered real? If the definition of reality is the sum of all that is real, then what is real? And this is what I'm going to answer in my own terms. So, as per usual, take it or leave it. It's really difficult to type into Google what is real. I'm like, I am probably losing my mind if I am typing this into Google. But I couldn't find a straight definition. So I just decided to define it myself. And I actually really feel good about this definition. My definition of what is real based on this reality is, I didn't even write it down. I'm just going to like off the cuff. Anything that is contained within space and time could be considered real. So this notebook, this is particles floating around, actualizing into something tangible that I, as a real thing within this space and time, can touch, feel, hold, and interact with. That's what I am defining as real. Anything contained within space, space not being space, but space being particles, okay? Physical third dimension particles, material, the material world, and then time being obviously the time that we know. So, as long as it is third dimensional and, contained within time, that's what I'm considering as real, okay? So part of reality is considered space and time within my definition. So if you take a look at our everyday reality, the definition of real and reality has really changed over the past 20 years. And what has changed it? What has changed the reality as we know it? The digital age, the internet. Right? So then my follow-up question is the internet real? Is it real? Do you guys think that the internet is real? Based on my definition of real, contained within space and time, is the internet real? Is it actualized? Is it third dimensional? Is it rooted in reality? No. No. I do not consider the internet real. It is not confined by space and time. Take this video right now, in this moment. It could be 2028 and you're watching this video right now, and I'm probably calling a couple of you out watching this video in 2028. Or you're watching this video live right now, but you're in Portugal, or you're in South Korea, or you're in Germany. We all get to enjoy this content throughout space and time because it is hosted on this thing called the internet. And this is what AI is being hosted on. This is the brain. This is the neural network of AI technology, is the access to information which is being held in a space which is not confined by a physical location. I don't believe that the internet is considered real or considered third dimensional. So now I want to talk about our day. This was such a trip when I was thinking about this earlier. So of my day, I would say 10 to 20% of my day is rooted in real reality. It's rooted in the third dimension, which means that 10 to 20% of, say, time in my day is dedicated to cooking, to stretching, to maybe taking a walk, or vacuuming, or, I don't know, interacting with my dog, or my wife, right? But 80% of my day is dedicated to the internet. So within the third dimension, within this reality, you just see me for 6 hours a day sitting at my desk, not moving, looking at a screen. It's just flicking away. We are no longer interacting with this reality in the same way that we used to because of the internet. And I just wanted to kind of, give you a framework for really thinking about what our reality consists of these days. Because then there's this whole other level of like, if the majority, if even just 51% of your day is dedicated to anything online, then that means our focus, our attention, our livelihood, the money that we make, the time that we spend, the attention that we give is rooted in a reality that is actually not in the third dimension. That has nothing to do with physical time or space. Not that time is physical, right? So we have to start thinking about this because that's what our reality has already become. So now I want to take this to the next level. Now when we're understanding that our reality is the majority online in this weird kind of untangible space, how does AI then change that reality for us? And where does that lead us as a humanity moving forward? Yeah. Okay, so the internet has always been an input-output exchange based on 3D inputs. Hopefully you're following me. But not anymore. Which means that if I wanted to search the definition of reality, I myself, as a part of this third dimension reality, am inputting a request into Google, a search engine, and Google is giving me an answer. Once again, the internet has always been an input-output exchange based on 3D inputs, which means that this reality is interacting with the internet reality, this almost like simulated reality, in order to create kind of an exchange, right? But not anymore. Now AI is becoming the input and the output. It is getting so intelligent, maybe not sentient yet, and it depends on what kind of technology we're talking about, but we're not talking about sentience here. It's becoming so intelligent that AI is now becoming the input and the output. It is the full exchange, the start and the finish, to information at this time, which is essentially changing the nature of reality as we know it. And this is important. So, what kind of AI technology do we have access to right now in this very moment? We have AI art. We have AI faces to the extent where there is technology that could look like me, could sound like me, and could talk like me based on scraping all of the data from all of my information and videos. AI art, AI faces, AI voices. We have AI scripts now. What is the future? If AI is taking over content within this simulated internet reality as we know it, then what? Celebrities, books, content, all generated by AI? The news. I mean, we've all been very aware of things like CGI and how real certain things have looked and how not very real they are, right? The whole boom of fake news. But this is a whole other level of fake news, right? Music as well, generated, created by AI. It's changing the reality as we know it, especially if, like I said, 51% of our day, 51% of our life is being spent interacting with this system that now no longer needs any sort of input or control by human beings. What does this mean for us? What does this mean for us? All right. Okay, here's my prediction. And as a matter of fact, I made this prediction many years ago, long before AI was even discussed, long before technology really, even social media was a thing. This was back in I want to say, I mean, yeah, social media was a thing back then. I think it was around 2015, 2016. And there was one day where I went to a restaurant with some friends, and I was looking around the restaurant, and I saw parents at a table at this restaurant with their kids. One kid had headphones and an iPad, the other kid was playing games, and the parents were both on their phones. And I didn't just see this once, I saw this all around the restaurant. And I cannot describe to you the absolute downright hitting a brick wall horror that I had for this scene, this dystopian Big Brother scene that was unfolding in front of me, thinking, is this really it? Is this where we're going? Is this the future of humanity? I am so worried for these kids. I am so worried for our own social interactions of the future. I was so worried. So after dinner, I went home and I sat down and I meditated on it and I said, what do we do? Like, what do we do? This is not okay. This is not right. We are going to be losing so much of ourselves if this is our future. And of course, our interaction with technology only got worse from 2016, 2015. So here's what I channeled. As always, take it or leave it. This was back then, and it's still applicable today, and then I'll give a couple more points that I mentioned here. What I channeled is that, and I really see it now more than ever, especially with this AI technology and the nature of reality changing. What I saw back then was that there is going to be a whole generation of kids who are raised, hate to say it, raised by technology. Video games, social media, friendships, dating, education, everything online, right? And I want to say that that's probably the younger generation to me. So it could be Generation Z, maybe even Generation Alpha, but let's just hope it's Generation Z and we can move on. So there's a whole generation that's raised, from 2 years old, from 1 year old on. Here you go. Here's your babysitter. Here's your education platform. Here's your stimulation for the day. Here's everything. Here's your best friend. It's an iPad or whatever. They are going to get to the point where they're 18, 19, 20 years old. They are anxious. They are depressed. They've got ADHD. Maybe they were put on medications. They can't sit still. They're not happy. They're depressed. They've got nothing to be depressed about, but they're so freaking depressed because they are removed from reality, from this physical third dimensional plane of existence. And if you're sucked into the internet reality, the simulated reality, you're also not connected to anything else that's going on in other dimensions off this planet either, right? You're just sucked into this portal, this black hole of content and bullshit and distraction and nothingness and dopamine hits. It's an addiction. That reality is an addiction. And what I channeled is that generation is going to grow up with all of these issues to the point where they realize it's the internet. And I am craving real connection. Hi. Oh my God. Hi, how are you? You're another human being on the bus and you exist in this reality. Hi, how's your day going? Oh, me? You're talking to me? You're using your voice? Should I take off my headphones? What's going on? What's happening? Is there an emergency? No, just wanted to meet you. What's up? This younger generation is going to swing from one extreme of the internet age all the way over to needing, wanting, creating, and pushing for real, authentic connection that we can feel, that we can touch, that we can communicate and interact with, not via a screen. That's what I channeled back in 2015, 2016. And it gave me hope again. I was so upset. Even today, I go to restaurants. I'm like, why take your family out to a restaurant if you're not going to talk to them? Hey, how was your day? FYI, I exist. I'm your dad or I'm your mom. What's up, When we see something so extreme, eventually it will snap back and it will balance out. And my hope is that these kids will snap back because their parents were not raised with technology. So it's like they want to give their kids access to everything that they didn't have access to, but it's extremely detrimental because we're avoiding the number one thing that is grounding, that is healing, that is helpful, which is human-on-human interaction, people. Watching an influencer or a YouTuber or a freaking comedy show online, it's just not the same. It's not. It's not. So, what does this mean for us? It means that eventually, with all of this AI technology and this, it's not even fake news anymore. It's just accepted that an AI bot can write your paper better than you can for a school presentation. An AI bot can pretend to be a politician and do a whole speech, and now millions of people actually believe that that politician did a speech. We are going to get to the point where art is not really even art because it's an NFT or it's created by AI from the click of a button. We're going to get to the point where everything online is so not real that we're going to crave real connection. And the only way to get it is in person. We will lose all sense of reality online because of AI development. We will lose all sense of authenticity online. It's going to get to a point where I don't even know. I don't know if that's that YouTuber. I don't know if it's a politician. I don't know who's saying what. I don't know what's real anymore. I don't know who wrote that script. I don't know who posted that social media thing. I don't know if this is a bot. I don't know if this is a scam account. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore, right? When we get to the point where we don't know what is real, we are forced to fucking create reality, real reality. For ourselves. We are forced to stop giving our power away to the simulation that is in front of us right now. We will need to root ourselves back into 3D reality. That's what we're going to need to do. And the more grounded you are to your body, the more connected you are to the present moment, the more you can look at a flower blooming and cry because it's so damn beautiful, which I might cry right now thinking about it. The more connected to the entire universe we become. So if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling restless, if you're just finding yourself scrolling endlessly on social media platforms looking for that next dopamine hit, I recommend that you step away consciously before it gets worse. I recommend that you push yourself to make real connections. I recommend that you get uncomfortable and you go to a coffee shop alone without your cell phone, without that next podcast, without headphones over your ears. I recommend that you go over to your neighbors and you knock on their door and you introduce yourself. I recommend that you hug the tree that you see next and you say, "Hi, tree. I see that you've been existing here. Cool that we're all on the same earth, eh?" because you're gonna find happiness that way. You are. It's right in front of you. It always has been. So don't lose sight of that. Don't lose yourself into this illusionary world that's being created around us that has no basis in reality. You will have experts and doctors all saying this is the worst thing you could possibly do. And then you're going to have experts and doctors saying this is the best thing that you could possibly do. So what's right? What's wrong? Don't listen to anyone else. Don't give your power away. Root yourself within yourself. And listen to you. You are the only one that knows how to navigate your life. And if you don't know who you are, because you're giving too much of that away, then it's time to reconnect. Especially where we're going. We need to value the assets here. That's what it comes down to. And we have so many of them. Yeah, I have a couple more things I want to mention, but as per usual, guys, be sure to give this video a like, share this video to someone you think really needs it, especially the younger generations, please. They really, really need it. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. AI could truly dismantle the whole system. AI is leading us to reframing and rethinking technology. It's leading us to reframing and rethinking the reality around us. We are allowing technology to solve current problems rather than solving them ourselves. As a matter of fact, technology leads to a lot of new problems that we have to solve within the simulation, rather than taking a look at Mother Earth and saying, we got to clean up the ocean. We got to stop deforesting. There's nothing that technology can do to help us solve that. So real discussions that we need to be making. Just like how we can get everyone in the world to have access to clean drinking water. The solution there isn't giving them all an iPhone. It's about coming up with real solutions to real problems in this reality. Because then and only then can we create equality and unity for everyone. So, where do you want to put your focus? Where do you want to put your attention? Where do you want to live your life? I know where I want to live. It's right here. And as always, I am grateful for the internet because we're all here together in this space, but it's important that we really think about it in other terms as well, and we check our interactions with it. As always, such a pleasure to present all this information to you. Keep up the good work, everyone. And as always, I will see you in the next video in the 5th dimension frequency, or I'll see you on the street, because guess what? I'll smile and give you a wave. All right, bye for now.